Hi, I'm Aaron Tindall, Principal Tubist of the Sarasota Orchestra. Welcome to Masterworks 6, Liftoff. Join me on a musical journey through the sixth concert of the Sarasota Orchestra's Masterworks series. Liftoff is a very quick and energetic piece, not quite 3 minutes long. It was written when NASA was returning the space shuttle to flight in 2005 and is a celebration of human space exploration. There are very few delicate moments in this piece as it concentrates more on large gestures and thick orchestration. Highly pointed rhythmic sections give way to richly harmonized melodic sections, with an almost constant sense of rushing throughout the piece. It is a thrilling ride for the audience. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart wrote a number of concert arias or freestanding operatic songs for voice and orchestra. He did this for several reasons. Some were written for recitals given by friends, often his girlfriends. Others are insertion arias, works that replace arias in his own operas or those of other composers, in order to show off a specific performer's voice. For example, Chissà, chissà, qual sia and Vado Madove were composed for the character of Madama Lucile in a revival of the opera The Good-Hearted Grouch, which opened in 1786 in Vienna's Burg Theater, the same theater, the same year as Mozart's Marriage of Figaro. In Chissà, chissà, qual sia, Madama Lucile wonders why her suitor is in a bad mood. Unbeknownst to her, he is in desperate financial straits. Gentle at the start, the aria possesses an undercurrent of agitation that indicates her confusion. In Vado Madove, Lucile sings of her doubt that the love she feels has returned in rapturous lyricism. Mozart composed Bella mia fiamma for his friend, the famous soprano Josepha Duschek, whom he first met in 1777 when she visited Salzburg. In 1786, he accompanied the singer at a private concert at the Viennese court. Joining the orchestra is accomplished concert soloist and recitalist Purium Jo. Known for her riveting, mesmerizing, and ravishing tone, she has captivated audiences as Pamina and Papagena in The Magic Flute and Barbarina in The Marriage of Figaro. Gustav Holst found music in surprising places. The Planets is thought to be the product of Holst's fascination with astrology. Exactly how this passion began is not clear. Holst movement titles closely resemble the classical gods from which the planets' names are derived. Over the course of the work, Holst creates what he termed a series of mood pictures, using rich, colorful orchestration and evocative melodies to create a compelling portrait of these celestial orbs and their governing temperaments. Holst arranged the 7 planets not according to the customary distance from the sun, but in an astrological pattern, symbolizing the unfolding experience of life from youth to old age. Given the proximity of World War I, it is difficult not to hear the opening movement, Mars, the bringer of war, as a premonition of what was about to erupt. Its driving rhythm for timpani, harp, and strings, coupled with expansive brass, is a brilliant illustration of the red planet. The ensuing movement, Venus, the bringer of peace, provides a striking contrast in its lyrical, almost romantic melody. Because the movement is formally more complex, some listeners have drawn the conclusion that Holst felt peace was ultimately more complex in character than war. The instruments with which Venus ends serve as the dominant colors in Mercury, the winged messenger, which takes the form of a fleet, light-footed scherzo. Jupiter, the bringer of jollity, paints a humorous, benevolent portrait of our solar system's biggest planet. The contrast between the triumphant end of Jupiter and the austere chill of the following movement is incredibly stark. In the multifaceted Saturn, the bringer of old age, Holst captures the process of aging and the complex emotions it entails. After the opening with a sense of desolation, a theme in the trombones introduces the wisdom that comes with age. In spite of the orchestra's inexorable march, a sort of calm acceptance takes over by the end of the piece. Uranus, the magician, revolves around a musical sleight of hand. The opening brass invocation is on the notes G, E flat, A, and B. Using the German names of notes, it becomes clear that the theme comprises the musical letters in Holst's own name. The Planets concludes with Neptune the Mystic. As much as this movement paints a musical portrait of mysticism, the music depicts the mystery and wonder of outer space. Whether or not this was Holst's goal, he achieves it admirably. Holst also interjects an ethereal, wordless woman's chorus, ultimately taking listeners to the very heavens themselves. Thank you so much for taking this journey with me. I hope that you can join us in person for Masterworks 6 Liftoff.